Welcome to the Inspiring Welsh Schools podcast, a company led by teachers and inspiring the future. Thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoy this episode, don't forget to like, follow, and share our podcast so that more educators across Wales can benefit from these professional insights. We'd like to start by thanking our sponsor for this episode, www.soccersquad.uk, a football coaching company for boys and girls aged 6 to 12 years old. They provide fun and structured football training every week in Llandaff North, Cardiff, on Mondays and Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Soccer Squad is committed to developing skills, teamwork, and confidence in young players, and we're proud to have them supporting this episode. Today, we're going to explore managing behaviour in a primary school setting. Behaviour management is not just about stopping disruptions, it's about creating a safe, positive, and inclusive environment where every learner feels respected, supported, and ready to engage fully in learning. Throughout this episode, we will dive deeply into practical strategies, multiple classroom examples, scripts teachers can use, and ways to embed these approaches across different year groups. Let's start with establishing clear expectations. From the very first day, learners need to know what is expected of them. Without clarity, confusion or frustration can quickly lead to off-task behavior. In a reception classroom, for instance, the teacher might introduce expectations through stories and role play. Let's act out what it looks like to share the toys, or can we show what it looks like to listen when a friend is speaking? Visual aids, like posters with pictures for each expectation, help young learners remember rules. In a Year 2 classroom, co-creating a classroom charter is highly effective. The teacher can ask, "What do we need to do to make our classroom a happy and safe place?" Learners contribute suggestions, and the teacher consolidates them into 5 key rules. Displaying them prominently and revisiting them every day reinforces understanding. In older primary classes, such as Year 5 or Year 6, teachers might engage learners in reflective discussions. Think about last week, what helped us stay focused, what distracted us. Linking behavior to learning outcomes encourages ownership. Consistency in routines is equally important. Primary learners thrive when they know what to expect. In a Year 1 class, simple routines like lining up at the door, washing hands before snack time, or a morning registration activity create structure. For example, a teacher might have learners write a goal for the day in their journals at registration. In a Year 4 classroom, transitions between lessons can be signaled with a chime or a hand signal, helping learners move calmly and efficiently without repeated verbal instructions. Morning check-ins can also include sharing something positive that happened the previous day or reflecting on feelings, which not only reinforces routines but builds a supportive classroom community. Positive reinforcement is one of the most effective tools in behavior management. A Year 2 teacher may use a star chart where learners earn points for following rules, helping others, or completing tasks. At the end of the week, stars might be exchanged for privileges or a small reward. Verbal praise is equally powerful. Saying, "I really appreciate how you waited your turn and helped your friend," reinforces good choices immediately. In older classes, collective rewards such as extra playtime, a class game, or a creative activity encourage the entire group to engage positively and take shared responsibility for behavior. When misbehavior occurs, responses must be immediate, calm, and proportionate. For example, in a Year 3 classroom, if a learner interrupts a discussion, the teacher might say quietly, "I noticed you called out. Please raise your hand next time so everyone can share their ideas." If the behavior continues, a brief reflection activity may follow. Nonverbal cues, such as a gentle tap on the shoulder, a hand signal, or proximity, can redirect attention without drawing unnecessary attention to the learner. In a Year 6 setting, when group work is disrupted by off-task behavior, a teacher might pause the activity and ask the class to review expectations together. Let's remind ourselves what successful teamwork looks like. Consequences should be linked to behavior and help learners understand accountability. A tiered approach works well. A first verbal reminder, followed by a reflection sheet, and finally communication with parents or internal support if necessary. Reflection sheets may include prompts such as, "What happened? Who was affected? How could I respond differently next time?" These structured consequences encourage learners to think critically about choices and develop self-regulation skills. In reception or Year 1, this may take the form of short guided conversations or picture-based reflection sheets, ensuring that learners of all ages can engage meaningfully. Restorative practices help learners repair relationships and understand the impact of their behavior. For example, if a Year 4 learner has pushed a peer during playtime, the teacher might facilitate a restorative conversation. "What happened? Who was affected? How can we make this right?" Learners may apologize verbally, write a note, or complete a shared task together. In older classes, such as Year 5 or Year 6, Restorative circles allow multiple learners to discuss incidents collectively, fostering empathy and collaborative problem solving. Differentiated behavior support is essential because learners respond differently to strategies. A child with ADHD may need a behavior chart with immediate rewards, seating near a calm area, or scheduled movement breaks. Learners with social-emotional difficulties may benefit from short daily check-ins, access to a calm space, or tailored self-regulation strategies. Behavior plans can document strategies used and their outcomes, providing a reference for staff and parents to ensure consistency. Engagement is another key factor in managing behavior. When learners are interested, challenged, and able to succeed, off-task or disruptive behaviors decrease. In a Year 3 maths lesson, learners might work in small groups on hands-on problem-solving challenges, keeping them focused and motivated. In Year 6, offering choices in project-based learning or connecting lessons to real-world contexts increases engagement and reduces opportunities for misbehavior. Active participation, opportunities for autonomy, and meaningful relevance all contribute to a positive classroom climate. Behavior management also requires effective communication with parents and carers. Weekly newsletters can highlight positive behavior, and digital platforms can provide timely updates. Short meetings, phone calls, or emails can be used to collaborate when concerns arise. Keeping detailed records of communications ensures continuity, supports decision-making, and strengthens the partnership between home and school. Finally, reflection and staff collaboration are critical for consistent and effective behavior management. Regular staff meetings allow teachers to review incidents, discuss strategies, and identify trends. Peer observations enable teachers to give and receive feedback on behavior management techniques. Sharing successful approaches across year groups promotes consistency and helps build a positive whole school culture. Documentation of interventions, follow-ups, and reflections ensures the school has a clear understanding of strategies that work in areas that may require adjustment. If you're an educational company and would like to advertise with us or sponsor a future episode of the Inspiring Welsh Schools podcast, we'd love to hear from you. Partnering with us is a great way to connect with schools and teachers across Wales and to showcase how your work supports education. You can get in touch directly by emailing us at inspiringwelshschools@gmail.com.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to this detailed exploration of managing behavior in primary schools. We hope it has provided practical strategies, multiple classroom examples, and ideas for reflection and adaptation that you can implement immediately. Behavior management is about clarity, consistency, engagement, and reflection, creating a positive learning environment where every child can thrive. This has been the Inspiring Welsh Schools podcast, a company led by teachers and inspiring the future. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Next time, we'll continue exploring practical strategies and professional insights to support teaching and learning across Wales. Tune in next time, and until then, keep reflecting, keep sharing, and keep inspiring the learners in your classrooms.